Hello, beautiful, amazing people. My goodness, Happy New Year. Here we are in 2025, and we're in the middle, or just short of the middle, of season 3, and we're in episode 4. And it's all about sadness or joy. Interesting that this is the topic for New Year's Day. So, welcome to the new year. Traditionally, it's a time for hope and bringing future and joy, a time where people often make New Year's resolutions. Interesting fact that according to Forbes Health and the One Poll survey, 8% of people stick to their New Year's resolutions for a month, 22 for 2 months, and 22 for 3 months. The average resolution lasts 3.74 months. That's about a quarter of the year. It's not bad, or a third of the year. And some sources say that January the 17th is ditch the New Year's resolution day, while others will call the second Friday in January Quitter's Day. The reality is that the joy of the new year can be taken out quickly with the sadness of not achieving what you initially set out to do. So let's take a closer look at some of these emotions. For me, sadness is often linked to the loss or grief. In this case, when we think of New Year's resolutions, it's not being able to achieve what we set out to achieve. But it can come in many forms and can be debilitating. There are times that I have felt intense sadness from the death of my dad, who I loved dearly and was a rock for me and always there in times of need, to my children leaving home and setting sail on their own amazing adventures. Our family dog was another time when he had to be put down because his shoulder was completely disintegrated, was another one of those moments of deep sadness. The key for me has been to feel and accept the pain, to grieve the loss in the moment, and then let it go. We are human beings, and feelings are part of our unique abilities. I believe feelings or emotions are warning signs that things are going well, joy, or not, sadness. I do not believe that we are meant to get stuck in either of them, because what that does is it stops us. This is where so many do get stuck, when they've had something traumatic happen to them, and then emotions have been so overwhelming, everything becomes a challenge. It is as if the hope and the joy died in that moment. And it's the enemy's plan, not God's. God's plan is to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you hope in a future. His plan is for you to thrive, not survive. His plan is for you to be comforted in that time of need, and then lift you up and bring you into joy, peace, and love in your heart, not bitterness that can develop from long-term grief. Life does go on if you let it. Things can get better and change if you seek it. I thankfully had 2 amazing children that kept me focused on what was ahead as Dad was dying. They were super young, but it just reminded me it's about the next generation. I have to live on for these kids. I realized it was my job to pass all the good stuff on about my dad to my children and to the next generation. They remember his heart for people, the time he took to make cars and boats out of sand on the beach with them. The joy in the sadness is that Dad still lives on in me and my kids. The joy on the other side of the pain of letting my children go, letting them fly and do what they both wanted to do. I love the fact that they've both made some really good choices, and everything that they're achieving, everything they put their minds to with 100%, because they go out and they're go-getters. They've both won top awards and made it to the top 5% of players in their sports codes. They're carving out their own paths, doing what they love. And you know what they're doing it with people they really care about. One of them has even launched their own business at the age of 20. I just love it. So the joy is actually not me having them at home here, because that would keep them stuck and that would actually make me sad. The joy is seeing them thrive and pump. And the joy of losing another dog, man's best friend. Do you know that I think that's the nearest we get to God's unconditional love, and the fact that God is permanently with us, because our dogs are always with us every moment of every day, if we let them, and obviously if they're there. But it's like You know, I got to go home and bring another one home from the SPCA. So the joy is I've got a young dog that I can run and walk with, and that's kept me fitter. And actually, I've lost quite a bit of weight. So thanks, Thunder. The reality is there is sadness and joy in our lives. Both are emotional responses, and at first, and then they're a choice. I loved the definitions I found today that help me to see where I'm at. Sadness is an emotional pain associated with or characterized by feelings of disadvantage, loss, despair, grief, helplessness, disappointment, and sorrow. An individual experiencing sadness may become quiet or lethargic or withdraw from others. So if you're in that space today, take a moment to just consider, and if you need some help, please reach out. However, joy is a feeling of great pleasure or happiness that comes from success or good fortune, or a sense of well-being, a gladness. Often there is something that gives you joy, or it is a joy to behold. People experiencing or individuals that experience joy are likely to be uplifted, smiling, happy, full of energy, ready for the next challenge. They're often brave and courageous. Winners see their race to the end. Winners don't give up. They keep going because the only way out is through. I get to choose whether I stay in deep sadness at the loss of my dad, or, the loss of my time with my children, or man's best friend. Or I can choose to embrace all the happy memories, all that dad gave me throughout my life that I can pass on. I can relish all the stories and memories and times of sheer joy that I've had with my children, and I can be grateful for a younger dog to run with. This new year, I encourage you to make a resolution, one that you can keep, that will add value throughout your year, one that will uplift you and empower you. Join our newsletter, where even more of this content is released direct into your inbox each week. And I encourage you to pass the love on. Pay it forward to somebody else this new year. I challenge you to pay it forward to 10 people you know by passing this email on, so that they too can receive a video each week, just short and sharp, to empower them, to inspire them, to pick them up. And you and your friends can be the ones that go against the odds and those statistics and complete what you set out to do for the year. So come and join us at www.inspiringperspectives.co.nz. Winners are grinners, and all of those who are part of this wonderful community are smiling. So come and join us on the inside. Don't be an outsider, be an insider. Get to know how you can go from sadness to joy in every moment of every day. And come and join us, www.inspiringperspectives.co.nz. Have an amazing, God-blessed, incredible 2025. And I look forward to seeing you on the inside. God bless. Take care.